Hello there, this is a review for my Leatherotics pink and white corset. Here's the front, the side, the back, and the other side. This is a 22-inch corset, and on the website it was $67.10 US, but I got it 25% off. The center front is 10 inches, the shortest part on the side is 7.5 inches, and the center back is 9.5 inches. I checked that with my measuring tape, and the website says it's a little bit different. It's off by about a half an inch on some of the measurements, so they need to update that. The shape is an hourglass shape. It's almost a wasp waist style. Like when it's on, it does give a really nice curve right before the hip, so it's more curvy than the last Leatherotics corset I reviewed. And it also sits right above the hip bones, like my hip bones would be right about here, so it doesn't pinch the hips at all. The material is a butter soft leather, and it really is very soft. It's pink and white on the outside, and on the inside is a white and black cotton twill, and it feels like there's only about 2 layers. I don't feel any inner layer, which is fine because leather's quite strong. It's a 6-panel pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The outside here are faux external boning channels. The bones are not actually in them. So they are in these black cotton twill internal boning channels, and it's single boning throughout. There are 5 spiral steels on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that makes 10 spiral steels, and then there's 2 flat steels around each of the grommets, so that's 4 in the back. So that makes a total of 14 bones. And the website says there's 16, but I think they're including the busk, and I don't include the busk, so. On to the busk. This one is very easy to do up, unlike the other Leatherotics corset. It just snaps into place, but it does not have a modesty placket. And if you could see in the video, like when I had it on, there was a gap in it. I can't get it on right now because I only have one hand. But it had like a 4mm gap. I measured it. So you could see my t-shirt through it, and I would prefer if they had a modesty placket on this one because that is such a large gap. I would like it if it had no gap like this, but this is how it comes. So I'm trying to wear similar colors underneath so it doesn't show up as much. The busk itself is also flexible yet very sturdy. And there is no modesty panel on this corset. There are garter tabs though. There's 4 total. I wish they made these a different color because they stick out like a millimeter or 2 on the bottom, and they're black, so I mean maybe no one notices them, but they could have made them pink so they would blend in a little better. Also, because it sits up so high, I doubt that you would want to wear garters with this corset, but maybe you can find some long ones and see if that works for you. Also, there are 4 total hip gores, 2 on each side, and that's what makes this corset so nice and curvy, and that's why I could close it like almost all the way. I could have ordered a size smaller just because of these hip gores. It gives you more room to cinch in, and it just gives an awesome curve. The binding on the corset is stitched very neatly. It's folded over on the outside, and on the inside it's cut, not folded under, so it reduces the bulk, but it won't fray because it's leather. The waist tape is visible but it doesn't reach all the way to the back or to the front. But that's fine as long as it's there and keeping the corset from stretching more. The grommets, there are 24 total grommets, and I did not see any slits in them. They seem pretty sturdy. They're spaced evenly apart, unlike the other corset, and there's actually more grommets in this corset than the black and white one that I reviewed. There's more in here, even though it's a shorter, like a couple inches shorter, but that's because they put them closer together, so that's fine. And it also came laced this way, so this one was laced with the X's and the inverted bunny ears, which is good for giving a better cinch. The laces are a white nylon. They're not as thick as the other Leatherotics corset I reviewed ones, but they're still very sturdy. They're only slightly stretchy, and they're white to go with the corset. The website also lists their corsets as tight lacing, and I definitely don't think that you should tight lace with these corsets. You can cinch down pretty good, but I would not wear them for training at all. These do not have enough bones, and I don't think they're high enough strength for training, so that's just something to be aware of. This corset is very comfortable to wear. I've worn it for up to 5 hours at a time, and I haven't had any problems with it. I really like how it's flat on top here instead of having the point. It actually is more comfortable because I have a shorter waist in general. So this is probably the most comfortable corset I've worn for my body shape, and I just really like this corset. And it also comes in different colors and fabrics. Like, you can buy different leather colors, and there's also in satin, and they're all different prices on the website. So I'll leave that information in the description, and if you have any comments or questions, you can leave that for me and I'll get back to you. So thanks for watching.